So a lot of you ask about my real estate. So a little short story time about real estate. So I got started in real estate in 2019. Well, let me say this. I started going to classes in 2018 and I was working full-time job. So I was doing the online classes. It was just something I was going to do in the meantime, because I think that having a real estate license is very beneficial on so many different levels, whether you want to invest, whether you want to just sell and get extra money. There's so many different things that you could do with your real estate license. So that's what I was going to do. So I was kind of slow walking it, which, I didn't really have, a reason to push. But then I had one of my friends who was needing a part-time job, just because I know that they were good at it. And so he started surpassing me. He was passing classes left and right and everything. And I am so highly competitive on every level that I just felt like I cannot be beat. So at that point, I went ahead and I kickstarted. And what really was slowing me down is the math part. I despise math, although I can do it. I just don't like doing it. So therefore, I just kind of slow walked it. So I finally went ahead and I got that done or whatever. So I passed the test and I finally finished the licensure part in, was it September? I think it was September of 2019. September 2019. I started kind of advertising, telling your friends and everything, and then boom, I landed, a actual sale and a purchase, a major one too, like out the box. And then from there, because I'm born and raised in Nashville and the surrounding areas, I know so many people who know so many people. And God just provided. Let me tell you something. God just provided. Like, this was before COVID. This was before, the rush. I literally was building my brand. So I then, kept going, selling homes, helping people build financial wealth, getting people into their houses for the first time, taking on those people that are pretty much underserved. Because I could feel their pain. Like, I remember always feeling like I was a day late, a dollar short. I made money, and then all of a sudden the mark was set a little higher, and it was just unattainable. Especially with me being a single mom with kids, that was just it was hard. You have all the credentials. So I set out, and I still set out to make sure that those people who are underserved can realize the American dream. Period. That is my thing, and I am fair and honest. I will not have you buy a house if I would not live in that house, or somebody I love would live in that house. I will turn you down. I always tell my inspectors, which is contrary to what most other agents do, you go in that house and you tear that house up. Like, you tell me whatever is wrong with that house and let us figure out, me and the buyer figure out what it is they were willing to take or not take. And then also on the other side, if I'm selling the home, I always have my clients tell me exactly what it is, their wish list, what their net rate income is that they want to get from the home. I'm just telling you, I don't play any games. I am a negotiator by trade, by spirit. Like, I love the game, right? Like, when it's time to negotiate, it's like game on. So anyway, I started, I was doing that, and then, the market went all the way here, and like most things that go up, it must come back down. And so then I think we started seeing the trend come 2022, 2023, it started to tank, but luckily I had put up enough money that I could survive. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to take like a part-time job or something like that, just to keep the, get insurance, and to just, supplement just in case while we're taking this little turn. So I decided to go ahead and get myself a job. Well, there was two reasons why I decided to get a job. One was to get insurance, because I found out that my ex-husband, who had been really good at making sure the kids had everything they needed for years, had had basically dropped the insurance because he had cancer. So he's passed away. And so I was like, I can't have my kids. I have one in college, one in high school. I need to go ahead and get me some insurance to make sure the kids are covered. Can't have them running around without it. So I got it for that, and just to be able to supplement my bills so that I'm not just constantly seeing money leave and not come back. That is just an absolute no for me, to just not have any income coming in. So realistically, I have not looked back. So then I got another position offered to me, which is the one I'm currently in. I had sworn off coming to corporate life. I literally had sworn it off, because I was just like, the last one was super stressful, but that was me dealing directly with people who, what they're called pain patients. They're pain management patients, and we had to put like devices in their back to stop the sensation of pain. Basically, we would give them a signal of like tingling sensation that was getting to their brain faster than the signal of pain. And so it gave them the sensation of not having pain, but just the tingling all the time. So it was like internal tingling. And dealing with pain patients was very, very stressful, because they had your personal phone number and they could call you any time of day, and they did, and you would have to meet them. Like, I didn't have to answer at midnight, but like if I was up or something like that, I would, because you have to know that they realistically need your help. Like, I had so much compassion and empathy, because I knew that they literally were in pain. So it was so stressful that I just was like, I'm not going back. But it was an opportunity to go back into medical devices without that unnecessary stress, to go back into the OR, in which I love. That is my bread and butter. I was a surgery tech, which I'm still a certified tech since 2007. And so for me, it's just what I do. I love it, right? So I took this position, and what happened was I took it in 2023. I took it May 15th, 2023. And at that point, it's kind of like real estate was still high, interest rate, prices of homes just skyrocketed. So I was still selling homes here and there. I was still making the six figures from that. But I wasn't putting in as much effort, because I wanted to be able to put in all my effort into this current job. Like, I wanted to give it my all, because they trusted me with this position to grow a territory, and I know that I can do that. And I can still, delegate responsibilities to other agents or other people in order for me to get things done. So I kind of really, disengaged from the real estate market, as in just out here on the grind. I used to always be online. I'm like that. I was that girl. And so I said, I'm going to give it a solid year of me in my new position, and then I'm going to jump back into real estate full force and be able to do both, because that way I know how to do both. I will do real estate when I get off work and on the weekends, and do my full-time job full-time, and that's exactly how it is. So with all that being said, baby, I am back. I'm back, bitches. Beware, because I'm on the prowl, and I am here to get the people who need a home. Do you hear me? Can't stop, won't stop, can't, not gonna be able to do it. We got here, we getting ready to get people housed, homes sold, okay? All right, so that's my little story. I'll show you clips of me. I just put a sign in the yard. I have to tell you a little story about that, but it's my first house with a sign in the yard in about a year.